Everybody, are you ready for some fun? The new catalog is live today, and I wanted to play with some of the in colors and give you some color combos. Let me see if I can, if I'm live on here. Oh, it says it's not live yet. Let me go back to a different way. Oh, there it is. Okay, I've got it. Now I can see that. Now let me call it up on my iPad. Let's see. Uh, it says I'm still upcoming. Oh, there it is. There we go. Whew. I was a little worried there. Now I'm going to plug it in my iPad because it's getting low. I hope everybody's having a great day. We had some rain this morning. I got to get Ezzy's walk in, and now it's sunny for a few hours, and then it's going to rain again this evening. So I at least got one walk in. I'm hoping to get another one in. I don't know if I'll be able to walk her. It's getting too hot, and I can't walk her on the pavement. So I just have to watch. Sometimes I take her out in the yard and hook her up to her run and sit out there and read while she plays, and just gives her some fresh air and some time to play around. Well, the in colors and everything else is live. So I thought I would play with Peach Pie, and I've paired it with, oh, what is the name of that? DSP, Thoughtful Journey, I think is what it's called. It's 6x6, and it's the scenic type journal, DSP. I played with it the other day, but I didn't play with the specific color. This time I decided to use Peach Pie and pair it with some paper that's in there. And I found an unusual color combination that I would never have thought of from the paper. And I kind of actually like it. I did go looking. I found 2 sketches because I like to do 2 sketches. Wednesday, I like to do sketches for you. So that way you see how to do it, and you can then go into your stash and use what you have. The first one's a pretty straightforward one. The second one is an unusual sketch that I would never have thought of, but I got it, and we'll see how it works. It's a little different. There is no embossing on this. You can emboss if you want. And I didn't put my measurements on my sketches, so I have them written to the side, and I'll tell you what they are. But I totally forgot to put those on my sketch. Do I have a decent pen up here? Let me see, because I can write it on here as I'm telling you. We'll see if it works. So I did use layers, and I will show you the paper that I started with. And so you know which one I used. Let's see, what else is going on? Oh, I will not be live on my page on Saturday. It's girlfriends shopping weekend. We leave Friday morning to meet up with another group in Williamsburg, and we spend the weekend shopping and enjoying each other's company and having fun. We have been doing this, I know at least 10 years, more than that, I'm pretty certain. I can't remember how long we've been going to Williamsburg, but we've been doing it quite a bit. And we get, let me see, it's like a duplex, but the bottom floor is an apartment and the top floor is an apartment. They each have their own living rooms and their own kitchens. And they're connected by a hallway, but the doors lock. Well, we don't lock the doors because we go back and forth. you know, the outside door is locked, they can't get in, but we go back and forth and we just have a good time and we chit chat and go shopping, and then we do a fashion show kind of thing. I don't need anything. Cross your fingers. I don't find anything to buy. I don't want to buy anything, but sometimes I just find something and I have to have it. So I'm going to cross my fingers that there's nothing out there that appeals to me for this weekend and I can just have fun. All right, let's get started. If you're the type, excuse me, I'm not sleeping well at night. If you're the type that gets dizzy, close your eyes until I tell you to open them. And I'm going to flip this down. All right, so here I go. I have to cover both cameras, which is interesting. And I have a, let's see. Oh, there it is. There it is. I had to find the little button to flip it. Everything changed when I went down, but there we go. All right, let me adjust it. Let me see if I can go in a little. Oh, I can. Did I go in too far? Let me see. Oh, I may have. Hang on, I'm adjusting. Okay, open your eyes. I think I'm going to leave it at that. I just did another. All right, perfect. Okay, so the first sketch I saw came from Freshly Made Sketches. My computer was throwing out extra ink. This shape right in here is 2.5 by 4.5. No, 4 1/4. All right, I have two things over here. All right, these little pieces are 1 3/4 by 2 1/4. So I'm going to put it on each one. 2 1. And then this is your normal 4 by 5 1/4 and your card base. At least that's how I did it. All right, so I looked through my patterns. I'm going to move that to the side, or the paper, the DSP, and found a piece that would go with, and I'm going to pull it in here, pumpkin pie. All right, so this is the one I used for that. And the first thing I did is I cut here at 2.5 by 4 1/4. All right, I then flipped it over to the back, and across the bottom, I had enough to go up 1 3/4 by 2 1/4 by 1 3/4, sorry. And I got it on this side. So it left me this square and a little tiny piece down here. So that's how I cut the paper. I'm pairing this one with Mossy Meadow. Now, nothing different with this in any form. It's the next one that has the unusual color combo. So let me get my pieces put together here, and we'll get it straight. Now, I'm just going to put the card together. I will not add, and I've got a little tiny border. I won't be adding a sentiment or gems or any of that kind of thing until I post it on my blog, because it's just easier to wait. Most of the time I don't use a sentiment because I want to use it for any occasion. So I don't usually put sentiments on there, and I adjust the inside to be what I just write my message inside and address what I need to. All right, here's my here's my card base. All right, I got to turn it this way. This piece is going to go on first, and I'm going to go on flat. Now, postage is going up to like 73 cents in July. You want to buy your forever stamps now so that you have them and you don't have to worry about the price. All right, now I'm going to put tape on the back of these. But what you want to also think about is, all right, I'm looking at my, right about there. When you start adding more dimension and pop things up, you can end up having to pay more for postage. And I'm going to show you a little tip. Now, this is going to go on like that. See, it's a great card. I got to grab some dimensionals here. All right. And put them on. And I'm going to show you a little trick where you use your trimmer to see if you need more postage. And there, all right. I just have to see which backs have to come off because some of them already came off. All right, and then these three down here. So think about that when you're making your cards. All right, so this is going to go here, like so. And you can very easily put a little hello there if you want. But to find out if you need extra postage, you need a trimmer. And your trimmer has to have, and it's this, a track in it. And you want to take your card and you're going to put your card through. If it gets caught, that was a little hard, you're going to need extra postage. If it goes on through, and it's got to be flat, and mine does, I'm going to try it up here. I've got some spots in mine that it's messed up. All right. So it does. Once you put an envelope over it, and let me get an envelope to show you. That piece doesn't stick up. So if you put it in your envelope, and I'm going to put it in this way, and it goes through like that, and it went easy. I did not tug on it at all. I just pulled it. You don't need extra postage. If it gets caught and you have to do this, you need extra postage. So keep that in mind with the gems that you buy. I myself am switching over to flat gems. I've found a couple of places that have them, and I'm going to be using flat gems. So there's the first card made with the sketch. All right, here's the next one. And like I said, this is an unusual sketch. So let me pull this out. And this is a 3-inch circle. And when I gave you the measurements, I used it for the back pieces, the layering pieces, and kept my DSP smaller. All right, so this, the back piece on this is 3 inches, and the DSP is another circle down. And I've cut a whole circle, so you can easily do 2 out of this. This piece is 2 1/4 by 4 1/2. Now it's going to be longer. You're going to cut some off, but you have to be able to go from here to here without any issue. And then there's a couple of strips down here, and I did them at 1/4 1/4 of an inch by like, it would be 5 1/4 is what I'm going to say. I don't know. It'll be serious. We'll find out. All right, so there's that one. All right, I pulled out my retired framelit circle collection because this one here, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 in, the 5th one in is a little under 3 inches, and then the next one down will make the perfect layer. So pull out those retired circle dies and use them. And this is the paper that I used. And I used this piece here, and I am going to modify it because the way I cut it, it's here, so it's going to be a little bit bigger than a 1/2 circle, but that's okay. And then this piece, I cut out the bottom here. So with that, and then the extra pieces on the bottom, I cut from scraps. All right, so there's my little less than 3-inch circle. And this is the one I cut out of the DSP. And it's the next one down. They layer. If you've got them closer, fine. I don't, and this is fine with me. So I'm going to take, and I'm going to add this to my circle. All right. And that's Cajun Craze. All right. And I'm going to take and see if I cut this in half. Why is this acting up? All right, there it goes. It was just acting funny. If I cut this in half, this is just over 2 3/4. So it would be just under there. See, I'm losing all that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it. You know what? I'm not going to cut it. I will put the paper on top of it to hide it. It's just easier. So I didn't think of that when I cut it. So if you're going to use a 1/2 circle, think about that, because it wouldn't look right if I cut it there. So, and then I paired it with Lost Lagoon. Who would have thought peach pie, Lost Lagoon, and Cajun Craze would go together? All my colors came from my DSP. All right. Now, this piece is going to go on here, and I have to be certain that this piece comes all the way down. All right. And it's almost all the way at the top. So I'm going to go here, 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 and there, because I want to catch that corner. All right. And I'm going to put this down here. All right, I got to get my angle right. All right. Right there. It's okay if it's not all the way at the corner, because we're going to put paper on top of it. All right, now this is not needed, so we're going to cut it off. All right. And then this piece is going to go on here like so. So I deviated from the sketch, but the sketch gave me my inspiration. So you don't have to. Now when you put this down, make sure it goes down straight up. It's got to come over a little. Oh, I don't want to go over. I would hide all my paper, my DSP. So then you've got lots of space over here. This would be a good one if you wanted to emboss the back. I did not, because I didn't think of it. Sometimes I don't think of these things till I get my card done and laid out, not stuck down. And I'm not able to do that this way. All right, so then this goes on, but I'm going to put these on first. These are the strips that are going to go on the bottom. here, and here. And I'm going to use this end because it's got more of the blue. So I'm going to put it on like this. And I think I'm going to flip this around like so. All right, so let me get my tape runner on here. And my tape runner is exactly 1/4 of an inch, which this paper is also. So I have to go down. All right. This one is the first one that goes on. And I'm going to put it on. I'm going to start here. I'm going to line it up like so. All right, I'm not going to worry about that just yet. I'm going to get this piece on, and I'm going to go here. And I'm butting it up against the other. Okay. And you are going over, and then I've got some little pieces that I'm going to take in. Little goobers of glue. All right. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull them off with my finger because I can get them off. There. And this is going to go on our card base. And our 2 cards are done. Hey, Joy. So you like this layout, huh? This is a fun layout. I would not have picked it up except for I went looking at my Sketch Challenge blogs and I found it on Sketch Saturday. And then I just came up with the sizes myself. I know I've shared how I do it. Hey, Carol, I'm not certain if I've shared it in here or where I did it, but I showed you how to take your sketch, enlarge it, and use your ruler and get your sizes. And that's how I do it. It's easy to do. You can do it with anything. Now, this one has no dimensionals on it, so it'll go through the mail fine. All right, so there's that idea. Let me pull this down a little. And here's the first one we did. So there are some ideas for color combos with the Thoughtful Journey DSP. You could have easily used Mossy Meadow here or Cajun Craze here and Mossy Meadow there. I just wanted it this way, so it's just 2 color combos, the Peach Pie and the Mossy Meadow. But I am really liking Peach Pie, Lost Lagoon, and Cajun Craze. Not a color combo I would have picked up. I am not a fan of Cajun Craze. I hardly ever use it. I think I'm on my 2nd or 3rd pack. Let me see. Look at the front. No, it's got to be, it's probably my 3rd pack because it's got the newer label on it since Stampin' Up! Had Cajun Craze. And I just, it's not one I use, but it goes with this paper very well. So there's 2 ideas for you. Easy way to, this would be an easy way to use your DSP and mass produce cards because you're cutting it. Let me see, where's my DSP? And I'll show you what I had left from it. I had this little piece and this piece, and I don't know which side it was that was up, but these are the only 2 pieces that were left from there. And then this is all that was left of that piece because I cut this off the bottom, and then I cut these 2 strips. I cut one off the bottom here because I used the back side. So I cut one off of here and one off of here, and it was really close, but I had enough there. So, you know, that's it. You can easily take this and use a smaller circle and use it and do the same thing. So I hope you enjoyed your cards today. Make sure you check your stash and see what you have. And that way you can make your version. And if you come back later, and I'll move this out of the way. If you come back after this is done and posted, you can take a screenshot and you'll have your measurements. I know I give them to you, but unless you have paper and pencil, you don't think about writing it down. So you can take and have the measurements and do your own thing. I did enlarge these to get these sizes because obviously that's not a 3-inch circle. This is close to a 3-inch. All right, I'm gonna get ready and flip this up. All right, so if you get dizzy, close your eyes and I'll let you know when you can open them. It takes me a few minutes. Okay, I'm back. All right. I've got the pieces that hold my camera in place are coming off. The glue is let go. So I need to take and find my like crystal effects or something and put some glue on the back of it and stick it up on there. And also it will quit pulling off because it makes my camera sticky. So, all right, guys, I won't be live Saturday. I will be live in the customer group on Monday. I will be back here next Wednesday and then live next Saturday. So I'll see you next week, one time or another. Have a great week, rest of your week and weekend, and take some time and be crafty. Bye.